It's my great honour to represent three markets. I've got a great deal for you today, 3 for 1. You're going to get China, Hong Kong and Taiwan, because I know we're all after good deals in this particular time. Michelle mentioned a magic number. Our magic number is 17. We have 17 offices across Taiwan, Hong Kong and China, and you'll see all the lovely faces, around 90 of our staff there on the screen. There's a fabulous saying that women hold up half the sky. This is a saying that was actually quoted by Mao Zedong, the former leader of China. And today what I'm going to try and do is paint the picture of what's under the skies of China, Taiwan and Hong Kong, what's going on in our markets, what it means for you, some opportunities, some tips, and of course, like Kylie mentioned, some helplines. It is overwhelming. The combined total population of our three markets is huge, but let's break it down. There's vast differences, so they're same but very different. You'll see China, huge population but low per capita spending on average. Huge market of widening gaps. Hong Kong, fairly sizable market, 7 million, and strong spending capacity. Wealthy consumers with the British past. They're fairly westernised, as we know, through education, through their environment, business and societal. Taiwan, somewhere in between. Large market, not as high spending capita as Taiwan, not as westernised as Hong Kong, as Hong Kong, not as westernised as Hong Kong, but wealthier and more developed than a market like China. Change and development has been fast and furious in all of our three markets, particularly over the past 30 years. You've seen a lot of change. The economy's changed. People, the way they live has radically changed. The way business works has also changed. For example, I started coming to China about 14 years ago. Back then I was lucky to find peanut butter and dry crackers in the supermarket. That was a good day. Back then also, Hong Kong was still closed off for a lot of the mainland visitors. It was only Hong Kong currency, and there were some missiles directed out across the straits. These days, the world's different. Hong Kong now trades in renminbi and Hong Kong dollars. Mainlanders can easily travel to and from Hong Kong. And last week we saw a fabulous, wonderful opening of tourism relationships between Taiwan and China. The first cruise ship left Shanghai just last week, headed for Taiwan, full of Chinese tourists and their full wallets. So a lot has changed. Some things haven't though. There are still some common themes of business practices, IP challenges, capital flow, tricks. So there are some challenges still for the three markets. I've got a few pictures here. As I said, it's changed radically. So from a fairly closed environment, it's now moved to something that's unbelievable. Particularly for the mainland now, people are buying leisure crafts, as you can see, that's on the river in Shanghai, luxury cars. Even with the world crisis, things are still fairly buoyant. This year we're expecting 6% growth in mainland China. Last year we had 9%. Now that is the first time China hasn't had double-digit economic growth, but it is positive, there is still growth. The Chinese government announced its stimulus package of $585 billion US, and that is going to bring China and her sisters back from the depths in this current environment. A lot of money will be spent on areas which I'll shortly highlight to you. Taiwan and Hong Kong have suffered, primarily because they're both gateways to the trading world. A lot of them rely on import and export and also services. So things are tough. Stock markets have lost, for example, in Taiwan up to 50% value. However, there are pockets of opportunity where the government is trying to diversify beyond the core pillar industries to other areas to ensure their businesses and their trading partners get through this time.